Why do so many nations admire Canada in 2025? In a world filled with complex politics, power struggles, and national interests, one country continues to win hearts globally: Canada. Its blend of cultural inclusiveness, peaceful diplomacy, and respect for diversity has made it a symbol of hope and harmony. But have you ever wondered which countries actually love Canada, not just diplomatically, but in real, heartfelt ways? From shared history to deep economic ties and admiration for Canadian values, some countries are proudly waving the Canadian flag alongside their own. In this video, we dive into 10 countries where the love for Canada runs deep in 2025, from the streets to the boardrooms, from schools to embassies. So, buckle up, and let's uncover the nations that can't help but adore Canada. Number 10. Italy. Italy's love for Canada in 2025 is a mix of history, respect, and modern collaboration. Italians admire Canada's balance between tradition and modernity. In cities like Rome and Milan, Canadian fashion designers, tech innovators, and authors are gaining attention. There's also a growing appreciation for Canada's multicultural policies, which remind Italians of their own global diaspora. Many Italians have relatives in Canada, and their stories fuel admiration. From art to academia, culinary collaboration to scientific research, Italy sees Canada as a country that respects culture, innovation, and community. This emotional connection is reinforced by mutual support in global affairs, and the result is a bond filled with respect, admiration, and genuine affection. Number 9. Philippines. Canada holds a very special place in the hearts of Filipinos. In 2025, this relationship is more than economic, it's deeply personal. With a large Filipino diaspora thriving in Canada, stories of kindness, opportunity, and inclusion are shared back home. Filipino families admire Canada for treating their loved ones with dignity and fairness. Canadian immigration policies are seen as compassionate, and the respect shown towards Filipino culture in Canada fosters admiration. In the Philippines, Canada is associated with hope, better futures, and second chances. Canadian humanitarian aid during typhoons and disasters has also created goodwill. This isn't just a diplomatic relationship, it's a human connection built on love, respect, and shared aspirations. Number 8. United Kingdom. Despite leaving the European Union, the United Kingdom's connection with Canada remains strong and deeply affectionate in 2025. Shared language, similar legal systems, and a deep-rooted cultural heritage have created unshakable bonds. British citizens appreciate Canada's stability and kindness on the world stage. Young professionals see Canada as a land of opportunity, and retirees admire its healthcare system. The royal family's continued ties with Canada also nurture this affection, with royal visits still drawing national attention. The UK sees Canada not just as a friend, but as part of its extended family, a reliable partner that upholds traditional values while pushing for modern progress. Canadians visiting the UK are warmly welcomed, and British people see themselves reflected in Canada's multicultural yet unified society. Number 7. Netherlands. The Netherlands and Canada share a powerful emotional history dating back to World War II, and that bond remains strong in 2025. Every year, the Dutch continue to honor Canadian soldiers who liberated their country, and this historical gratitude has evolved into a modern-day friendship. Canadians are adored for their respectfulness, diplomacy, and open-mindedness. Dutch tourists rave about Canada's nature and hospitality, and students are increasingly drawn to Canadian universities. Meanwhile, Canadians admire the Netherlands' progressive social policies, which often inspire dialogue and reform back home. The two nations are in sync, whether it's in clean energy, cycling culture, or human rights advocacy. In every Dutch town, the Canadian maple leaf still symbolizes hope, friendship, and freedom. That love has only deepened with time. Number 6. New Zealand. New Zealand and Canada share a unique bond that blends natural beauty, progressive values, and shared history. In 2025, New Zealanders continue to hold Canada in high regard for its commitment to Indigenous rights, environmental conservation, and fair governance. The two nations frequently collaborate on peacekeeping missions and climate initiatives. Both are known for their calm yet firm leadership on the world stage. Canadians are welcomed in New Zealand as if they're locals, and the reverse is equally true. Whether it's hikers trekking the Rockies or Kiwis exploring the Northern Lights, the admiration is mutual. New Zealanders often refer to Canada as the northern cousin with a big heart. In a world where global tensions rise, these two countries remind each other, and the world, that peace, progress, and kindness can coexist. Number 5. South Korea. South Korea has developed a genuine admiration for Canada, especially in 2025. This affection is built upon shared values like education, democracy, and innovation. Canadian universities are home to a large number of South Korean students who speak passionately about the respect and equality they experience in Canada. Korean businesses have invested heavily in Canada's tech and automotive sectors. This economic bond has led to stronger people-to-people ties. But what really makes South Korea love Canada is the way Canadians embrace Korean culture, from K-pop to Korean barbecue to skincare brands. Canadian cities frequently host Korean cultural festivals, which are well attended and respectfully organized. Meanwhile, South Koreans admire Canada's social system, peaceful society, and commitment to human rights. In 2025, South Korea sees Canada not just as a partner, but as a model for inclusive progress. The love is sincere, and it spans across generations. From students to CEOs. Number 4. France. France and Canada share more than just a language. In 2025, the love between these two nations is cultural, historical, and emotional. With Quebec maintaining its French heritage proudly, France sees a little piece of itself within Canada's borders. This cultural bond creates a connection that no treaty or agreement can replicate. French tourists find joy in Montreal's cobbled streets, where signs are in their native language. Artists, chefs, and scholars from both countries exchange ideas in a flow that feels seamless. French media frequently praises Canada for its cultural preservation and its balance of bilingualism. At the diplomatic level, France admires Canada's role as a peace broker and environmental leader. But perhaps the deepest connection lies in mutual intellectual respect. Canadian philosophers, authors, and academics are regularly cited in French publications. France doesn't just like Canada. It admires its cultural soul, and that admiration grows year after year. Number 3. Australia. Australia and Canada often feel like siblings separated by oceans. In 2025, this siblinghood is stronger than ever. Both are members of the Commonwealth, share English language roots, and often find themselves aligned in global policies, whether it's peacekeeping missions, climate action, or international development. Australians love Canada's calm and collected political atmosphere, especially compared to their own turbulent shifts. Canadian universities are a top destination for Australian students, and likewise, young Canadians often explore Australia with admiration for its natural beauty and laid-back spirit. There's a mutual respect between the people. Canadians admire Australia's boldness, while Australians admire Canada's grace. This balance makes their relationship one of genuine love, rather than convenience. In pop culture, Canadian musicians and authors are celebrated across Australia. In political circles, Canadian policies on healthcare and education are often referenced as inspiration. Whether it's a collaborative research project or simply a shared laugh over hockey and rugby, Australia continues to hold a deep love for Canada. Number 2. Germany. Germany's love for Canada in 2025 comes from a deep alignment in values, stability, tolerance, and global responsibility. Both countries are known for their progressive policies, emphasis on renewable energy, and global humanitarian efforts. Germany respects Canada's quiet diplomacy, its stand against extremism, and its openness to global migration. The bond has been further cemented by trade, technology, and cultural bridges. From German car companies setting up research centers in Canada to Canadian artists performing across Berlin, the two nations have formed a modern transatlantic brotherhood. German citizens admire Canadian leaders for being calm, ethical, and socially responsible. In German classrooms, Canada is frequently presented as a model for democracy that works, a multicultural country where differences are celebrated, not feared. And let's not forget the personal admiration. Germans traveling to Banff, skiing in Whistler, or enjoying Canada's hospitality say the same thing: it feels like home, only more welcoming. In 2025, Germany doesn't just trade with Canada, it champions it. Number 1. Japan. Japan's admiration for Canada is rooted in quiet strength and mutual respect. In 2025, this relationship has blossomed into something deeply meaningful. The Japanese people admire Canada's commitment to peace, technology collaboration, and climate leadership. Canadian culture, education, and lifestyle are deeply appreciated by Japan's youth and academic communities. Every year, thousands of Japanese students and professionals choose Canada not just for education or work, but because they feel safe, welcomed, and valued. Canada's strong stance on innovation, clean energy, and sustainability resonates with Japan's future-forward vision. The Japanese government also regards Canada as a trusted ally in global negotiations, especially in trade, environmental treaties, and Asia-Pacific cooperation. But beyond politics, there's a growing cultural exchange: anime conventions in Toronto, Japanese film festivals in Vancouver, sushi schools in Quebec. These aren't just trends. They're heartfelt connections. Japan doesn't just see Canada as a Western partner, it sees it as a friend that values balance, harmony, and integrity. Canada's reputation in 2025 is more than global, it's emotional. These 10 countries don't just maintain diplomatic ties, they truly love Canada for what it stands for: peace, inclusion, intelligence, and humanity. In a world of chaos, Canada remains a gentle force for good. That's why nations like Japan, Germany, the Philippines, and others continue to admire it, support it, and celebrate it. So, next time someone asks what makes Canada special, just show them this video. And if you believe Canada deserves this love, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful global stories right here on InfoSphere.